Welcome to another episode of Nick and Ree on Panorama. It's been an interesting week. We've had a few delays, but we're getting there. We found out last week that one of the poles holding up the roof was blocking the view of the spa. So you were literally going to sit in the spa and look out to the ocean with this pole in front of you. So we've had to go through a whole range of headaches to get that done and move to one side, and currently they're redesigning the whole roof, which is obviously a lot of cost and headache and time wasting, but it's just one of those things in building. We were actually going to run a solar system down for the whole pods and be independent from the power grid, but that's turned out to be about $300,000 to $400,000. So I'm still not a big one for solar. And especially when you're running pumps and everything like we are, and the battery cost and so forth. So now we're running a cable underground for 1/2 kilometre. But anyway, another hit, but just got to keep the faith and keep on going. Hey Ree, are you concentrating? It's playing with the dog.
Yeah. I can't help it.
Anyway, that's where we're at.
More important to me. This little girl here and her friend were dropped off here yesterday afternoon. They're 3 years old, they don't lay eggs anymore, and people just don't want them anymore. So I think that's quite awful, quite terrible. Come here, madam. Come on. Come up here. Come on. Very unsure, aren't you? I've got probably about, I don't know, 40. Don't tell Nick, he thinks I've got less. The majority of them don't lay anymore. And I just like to have them around because I find them highly amusing. Come on, girls! Come on! Because this one here is new, and she only arrived yesterday, they do what's called the pecking order. And they do pick on the new kid on the block. I know you're not used to me yet, but you will be. Okay. Sweetie. Good girl.
We have 20 different gardens on Panorama, and each week I'm going to take you through and explain to you how I came up with the idea and how the whole garden was constructed.
Nick, I've just had a phone call. A lady needs to rehome 2 chickens.
Ree, I told you we're full. We are full.
They're coming.
No way.
They're coming. I've already said yes. Oh well.
This is one of our 20 gardens, the orchard terraces, inspired by a trip we did over to Tuscany. There's 7 levels, terraced down the hill, of all different types of fruit trees. Let's go have a look. The stones I've used in the paths are all from the local quarry, and the steel that we've used on the handrails was all made in Italy, and it's really started to age well. It's got like a patina on it now. To split it up a bit, I put 2 reflection ponds in on this 4th level of the 7 levels. And you can see after 12 odd years now, the pencil pines are coming up beautifully and really starting to frame the paths. So I'm down at the bottom of the orchard terraces, and not bad for about a year's work. And one of my favourite views is looking back up the different staircases. And also from here, looking back down over the walled garden, which we're going to have a look at next week. We've had the farm now for 28 years, and it was quite an interesting way it came about. I was at my parents' beach house, which is right down at the end of the peninsula, and coming home on a Sunday, I thought I'd take the back road up through the hills, and as fate may have it, I went past a street here with a big sign on it. So I turned back and thought, I'll go and check out what's for sale. And when I got to the top of the driveway, I saw the view, the panoramic view over the water, and 3 days later, I brought it. And about 8 years later, I was sitting out here on the deck, looking out over the view, and looking down to a timeshare resort, which I actually used to do sales in for about 18 months. And I used to sit in the car park in the mornings before I entered sales, dreaming about a farm that I wanted to have. And that was probably going to be somewhere off in Victoria or up in the hills or somewhere. Little did I know I'd have this place. And so it was one of those real wow moments when I looked down at that place, remembered myself in the car park, and then sitting back up here, looked down and went, wow, how cool is that? From dreaming it up down there to 10, 12 years later, actually owning the place. One of those amazing things in life. Really cool. So we've been digging in the electrical cable. It comes from right up at the start of the gates and it's continued up. We've had to rip up the whole road, which is a bit of a mess. And it goes right down, all the way down to the pavilion. So we'll head down and have a look. Well, I've certainly made a mess of the drive.
You're not kidding. It's like, if I go for a 6er, you're in trouble. And here's the small hole he's dug.
Maybe small at the moment, but I've got to dig the rest of that tomorrow for another 300 metres.
It did go all the way up that driveway though.
Yeah, I've backfilled that bit, but yeah, yet to come. But at least the cable's in the conduit, it's all ready to throw in the hole. I've just got to dig it. So we'll get there tomorrow. So we're currently, Adam's down putting the waterproofer on the back of this retaining wall because all of this dirt's going to come right into that. And we're also well into all the steel fixing down below, getting ready for next week's concrete pour. Fingers crossed. Most of the stonework we've done on the farm over the years has been the full piece of rock, but for this, because we've got the retaining wall, we've actually got the rock cladding, so it's all been actually cut off stone and you've just got the front piece. So we've got a 20 mil of stone and this particular one is on wire, so it can actually, as Anne-Marie's got it, it can actually go straight to the wall and wrap around the actual curve of the wall. And as you can see, each piece fits in. Can you just move your hand there for a minute, Ree? So it fits in like that. So this whole wall is going to get done in lots and lots of tons of this rock, but it will make the whole wall look like it's actually stone, which I guess it will be, but just the front 20 mil. So a great product. And our rocks have been delivered. There's some great ones here. These are going to form one of the walls along the back for a retaining wall. So I didn't think they were going to be quite so big. I think they're about 3 to 4 tonne. Going to be a bit of fun getting them in. But there's certainly some great rocks.
No, she just died. Oh my God. Carol just died.
Were you just holding her?
No, she was just sitting here. I didn't hear her tweet, so I went like that and she still didn't tweet.
Ah.
Oh my God, that's really broken my heart because Carol has been with me for the last week everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Oh, don't I cry. Just found my little Carol. She just passed away under my shoulder. And she was very happy and healthy and loving this morning. This is the sort of stuff that breaks my heart. Get in the car. In the car. Come on. Let's go. Get in the car. Snoop, come on. Bye, little Carol. Short but amazingly sweet life, wasn't it? Such an impact. Good girl.
Shirley, come on.
Come on. Look, that's your baby. Come on. Look. Is that your baby? It's your baby?